Emma Raducanu's Korea Open tie might not be played on Tuesday as rain continues to hamper schedule. Emma Raducanu might not take to the court after all on Tuesday, with her first round against Jaqueline Cristian very much hanging in the balance after some glimmering optimism. Raducanu is slated to play on center court at the Korea Open shortly, initially having a start time of around 10 a.m. UK time for the early morning slot and late night over in Korea. But rain came down and Anastasia Zakharova v. Serena Sursti was promptly sent to tomorrow already. Barbara Krejcikova managed to navigate the rain before it came down. She saw off Tatiana Prozorova in the first tie on center court 6-1, 6-2. It is likely that if play is somewhat delayed even further, that Beatriz Haddad Maia v. Daeyeonbak and also Susan Layman's v. Tatiana Maria could be the next on the chopping block. There was optimism as the court started to dry in Seoul, and the rain seemed to have stopped, with likely it taking an hour until Schneider v. Katie McNally, which was locked in at 1-1 in sets, and Raducanu v. Cristian would start. But that was yet hampered. From Seoul to Shenzhen, it began to rain again in Seoul as the courts were almost dry and a hammer blow. As a result, there is no play for a further hour, and supposedly they will make a decision within the next 2 hours whether they continue at all today. It is currently just before 8 p.m. in Seoul, meaning that there is realistically a finite amount of time to get these matches in, and so Raducanu might have to wait another day in order to start her campaign. Over in Shenzhen, Great Britain won't begin their Billie Jean King Cup campaign today, but it is what Raducanu left behind in order to play this week in Korea. Katie Boulter and Sonali Cardle lead the way for GB. Raducanu was initially entered, but decided to play in this event instead, chasing ranking points. A decision that was both vindicated by some and was puzzling to others, depending on whether you prefer country over tour points, with some criticizing Raducanu doing so due to the element of representing her country. But only if she manages a good run this week will that be vindicated. Albeit she may not yet even start her campaign today, so it will be interesting to see how she gets on from here. It's raining again at the Seoul WTA 500. Courts were almost dry. No play for another hour. They will make a decision in 1 to 2 hours if it continues to rain. Diana Schneider vs. Katie McNally 2-6, 6-2. Jaqueline Cristian vs. Emma Raducanu. Up next on center court.